Welcome, Annie Collins here with an encouragement card. I've been asked to be part of Segura Crafts, which is a new crafting company, and I received these stamps and other things because I'm part of the design team. Today I'm going to create this encouragement card with this new stamp set called Unfiltered Friendship. This stamp set has a great variety of encouragement sentiments. It has a few snarky ones and a few that have some cussy words, just a heads up. It has a cute, some smaller images that coordinate nicely with this stamp set. The images are this lady sitting in this little lotus. There are two kinds of suns here. You have hearts, a key, a scribble heart, a little vine or leaves, the butterfly, which we'll use today, and this little scribble, or they could be scribbles or it could be little clouds with with birds. Today's sentiment we'll be using: your emotions are valid, but remember, so is your ability to handle this. I can read, sure. She has fun sentiments in here. Some are, like I said, are snarky, and some have cussy words, just so you know. I just wanted to give you a heads up, but they are so fun, such a great stamp set. She has a good variety of embellishments. These are called Opal Glow. They are black rhinestones with a shimmer on them. And she has a variety of cardstock, but I'm using some from my stash today because we're only going to be stamping that small butterfly. So I brought in some shimmer cardstock from my stash, the little scraps of it. I have a green, a purple, a pale pink, and a pale blue that we'll be using. I'm going to stamp the blue, the butterfly in the blue today. I've already stamped some on the other colors. I also have an elongated oval out of white cardstock and black cardstock for our card panel. Today we'll be creating a card front panel only, and I'll put my card on my card base off screen. So I've already stamped and fussy cut two of the butterflies, the one on the purple and the one on the pale pink. And I've die cut my leaves and have them ready to go. I'm going to do some splatter, so I brought in some splatter stuff from my stash. This is not from her collection. Again, I'm going to use this shimmer blue cardstock and some, I'm pulling out my elongated oval. I thought I was going to stamp directly on there, but I do not stamp on that. So I have my stamping platform. Let's get into it. I'm going to grab my stamping platform. I'm going to remove the film that's on it because it's a sticky mat in there. And I'm going to place my oval, and I'm going to cut a small piece of this shimmer cardstock to place in here, which is where I'm going to stamp my butterfly. And I'm going to use my VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink to stamp both the sentiment and the image. The thing is, I changed my mind with my sentiment, and you'll see here in a second. I start out placing it here on my oval where I want it initially. But then I realized it'll be too flat, and I don't want that. So I'm going to remove it, and I have a scrap left over from where I cut that oval from, and I'm going to stamp on that instead. So I'm going to quickly grab my sentiment, make sure it's right side up, and I'm going to place it on my stamping platform. And then we're going to stamp those. Again, I brought my VersaFine Clair in, which is great to work. VersaFine Clair, it works really nicely onto shimmer cardstock, and that's what we're using today. So I'm going to go ahead and get that on there. And I'm not pressing really hard. I'm just pressing just firm enough so that the image comes out clear, and so does the sentiment. So now I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut my butterfly and die cut my sentiment off screen. All right, I am back. Now here's my butterfly, all fussy cut, and here's my sentiment all ready to go. Now I put it more left adjacent in the banner, but I'm going to place it on my card more towards the right. So I have a little extra that I'm going to hang off that I'll be trimming off. So let's start with our background. We're going to do a little black splatter on the background. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Just quickly do some splatter, just a little interest in here. And I'm going to clean my desk before we move any further because I got some splatter on there. I'm going to bring in my panel. It's already dry. This splatter dries pretty quickly because it's nice light water base. And I'm going to bring in my Barely Arc glue to adhere all the components down. But before I do that, I'm going to get some foam adhesive here to add behind my sentiment because I want to pop it up. That was the whole point of stamping it onto another piece of paper. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and place some strips on the back. Get my strips straight on here. And then I'll cut off the excess. We're going to remove the backing of that. And we're going to, like I said, try to get this on here onto the top right. Now, I don't know about you, but I never get my sentiment on straight the first time. So I'm going to place this down. Then I'll have to pick it up, even using the grid lines. I'm not sure what's going on. Then I'll have to pick it up, adjust it, and then I will trim this following the curve of the oval because I want to keep everything within that oval. All right, so I'm going to use my Barely Arc glue to adhere this oval onto my card panel. Get that as centered as possible. Once that's down, I can then adhere my leaves and place my butterflies on here. This card came together pretty quickly. The longest it took me was fussy cutting the butterflies, and they aren't very big images, so they were pretty quick and easy to cut. The die cutting of the oval and the leaves was pretty quick, less than 20 minutes. And so it does come together quickly. Right here, I'm showing you that I used a stylus that's used for adding dimension to flowers. I use it for the back of the butterflies wings, and that added a nice curve to the butterfly wings. Even though I put foam adhesive there, it just adds nice texture, making them nice and curved, nice dimension. All right, so I'm going to place one butterfly above the sentiment, and the other two I'll create a little cluster down here on the bottom. And basically our card is finished. You can leave it here, but I want to bring in those beautiful opal glow rhinestones. So I'm going to go ahead and place them there. These rhinestones are so pretty. They have a black base with this nice shimmer of pinky purple color. I'm not even sure how to explain it because I guess they're iridescent, so they pick up both, either a pink or a purple hue, depending on which way you look at them. And I'm going to create some little triangular type thing towards the sentiment. I'll put 3 by there and some by the butterflies on the bottom. And now our card is complete, other than placing it on my card base once I have those in. Again, this is from a new stamp company called Segura Crafts, which is a woman-owned, veteran-owned company. Her main focus is healing through crafting for mental health. So just fun and wonderful company to support. Again, I'm on her design team, so I was sent these stamp sets and other variety things for free. All right, this stamp set, again, is called Unfiltered Friendship. It's beautiful with wonderful sentiments and a few images. And I used the rhinestone called Opal Glow. Beautiful, wonderful. I will have everything linked for you in the description box below. Thank you for being here. I hope you found some inspiration. Don't forget to like and subscribe.